Hi there, my name is Evgeny. In first video I will show you process of selecting red LED for horticultural in case 3535 with wavelength 616 nanometers. I will compare all the main part numbers from all LEDs manufacturers: Samsung, Seoul Semiconductor, Cree, Osram, Prolight Opto and several trusted Chinese manufacturers. I made a table where I entered prices and all the important parameters of red LED to compare and choose most optimal LED which will allow made an inexpensive and same time high reliable and high efficiency lamp for horticultural. I should immediately note that I am making comparison for myself to choose LED that I will use in the production of my lamp. I don't advertise in any company and make my subjective assessment. Unfortunately, I cannot show the prices of LED and will show only columns where calculated the relative value indicator to estimate the cost of LEDs. In this table I collected all the main part numbers of red LED and main parameters that I compared. First field it is part number, a second field it is name of vendor, next field it is max current in milliamperes, next color in nanometers, next field it is radiometric power in milliwatts and bins of radiometric power, next it is ppf watt in micromole per joule, and next it is ppf in micromole per secunda. You can see that I didn't indicate some parameters for part of the LEDs. This is because these parameters are not indicated in the datasheets. Next field, it is thermal resistance between case and junction zone. It is radiometric power losses at 60 degrees. It is current, which I use to calculate power of one LED. It is typical voltage. And next it is power of one LED. I calculated this value using the formula. I multiply typical voltage by current for one LEDs. Next, it is minimum radiometric powers in milliwatts. In next field, you can see information about minimum radiometric power with losses at 60 degrees. And next, this is one of the two most important parameters for choosing the best LED for my lamp. This value is calculated by dividing the minimum radiometric power with losses at 60 degrees by the power of one LED. And the second most important parameter is the cost per milliwatts of radiation energy. This value is also calculated by the formula price divided by minimum radiometric power with losses at 60 degrees. At the end of my table you can see photo of the almost interesting LEDs. Next, it is link to datasheet with all technical information and comments about Prolight and Osram LEDs. I have described the structure of the table, and now we can move on to the analyzing this data. I made several views where I made sorts and filter for analyzing data. Now I will show you them. The first view has very simple setting. I have hidden the fields that are not needed now and sorted by LED efficiency in descending order. And now we can see which LED takes the top position. I am not suggesting that my table contains the most actual data, and at the time of this video the vendor may have had more efficient bin available. Using the examples of Cree and Prolight, which are in second and third place, I will explain why it is important the comparing efficiency to consider the relative value that I got by dividing the minimum radiometric power with losses at 16 degrees by the power of one LED. We see in the table that the Cree has 1008 milliwatts and Prolight has 1043 milliwatts, but the Cree in second place and Prolight in third place. This is because Cree has a lower typical voltage and so lower power, as a consequence a higher minimum radiometric power at 16 degrees per the power of one LED. Now we move on to the next view, where I have limited the data. This filter, cost per milliwatts less than 0.0012 and milliwatt per watts above 16. And I hid a lot of fields to make it easier to analyze the main parameters. In my Telegram channel I sent a link to this table where there are all LEDs and you can make any filters and sorting at your choice. I did a sorting by cost per 1 milliwatts, starting with the lowest. You could change the sorting and see which LED are the most efficiency. But I want to keep the sorting by cost. I chose this Prolight LED for my lamp. Yes, it is not the most efficient, but it has two important advantages. It is the second cheapest and it has a specially shaped primary lens that spreads the light more homogeneously over the plants. These lenses are called batwing. Let me read what Osram says about this lens on their website. With a new special primary optics, the lighting of greenhouses gets more homogeneous, avoiding hot spots directly under the luminaries. The better homogeneity and the special radiation pattern enable a reduction of fixtures within greenhouses at an even higher system efficiency. You can check this information at this link. In the next view, I will show you what these lenses look like. These are lenses batwing. There are regular lenses that give a symmetric beam of light 120 and 130 degrees. This is the look of the batwing radiation pattern. It is Prolight and it is Osram, and regular lens. Batwing spreads the light over the large area. To date, only the most progressive Osram and Prolight LEDs have such lenses. This is very important because my lamp will have a lot of different white LEDs and less red LEDs. Here is a photo of one model to take it clear what I am talking about. And the last view I made to share the link to it with everyone. The link can be found in my Telegram channel. I left it in the description of the video. The view contains all the fields except the price and cost per milliwatt. Bottom line, on LEDs in case 3535 with 616 nanometer wavelengths, I choose this Prolight Opto for my lamp. One more important point that affects the choice of LEDs is lifetime. I am going to show the lifetime of this LED. Here you can see at 1 ampere and 85 degrees on case a 20% reduction in radiometric power will occur after more than 60,000 hours and a 10% reduction after 51,000 hours. That's almost 6 years of continuous work. More detailed information on the LM80 test methodology can be found on the internet. And I will be using this LED and 0.7 ampere and temperature on case is less than 17 degrees. This means that lifetime of the LED will be even longer. And another important point, I know companies that have been successfully using Prolight LED for over 12 years without some problems. I have been working with LED and LED lights since 2009. I work with Samsung and Seoul Semiconductor. I know all the major LED manufacturers and the LED light market for horticultural well. I also grew plants under different LED lamps and compare different spectra and approaches. In the next few videos, I will show you the process of choosing the best and same time optimally priced component to make reliable, high efficiency and modern LED lamps for horticultural. The video will be about white and special LED, about the best and most versatile emission spectrum, about power suppliers and choosing a lamp design. I will use a mix high efficient white LED 3000 and 5000 Kelvin. with red LED with high efficient 660 nanometers and special slightly greenish LED from Samsung series LH3001H Evermint. Next, I will show you the entire process of assembling such lamp and their test on different plants. This information may be useful to anyone who is interested in growing a wide variety of plants under artificial light source, be it small home grow boxes or large greenhouses.